Do
some
it.
of these
Dive right
band
first.
posters. All right, so we got 15 band posters for you. Are you ready? Number one, Saw 2. Now, Matt, why was this one
Mm,
banned?
I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. Just the gore of the two fingers sitting there, severed. Imagine kids walking by down the street and seeing that on like a wall. It's kind of
I mean,
gross.
I feel like honestly, if I would look at it, I would look at it like this, where it's like two fingers going through like a piece of paper or snow. Like, I'm not sure if I'm a kid if I instantly would think that it's severed fingers. I would probably be like, "Oh, that's just nasty."
Yeah, I mean, the fingernails are more offensive than the fact that the fingers are cut
For
off.
real.
So I agree.
All right, number 2, we got Ninja Turtles.
Oh, this one's so fucking
What is
funny. It's
this?
kind of self-explanatory, but like they're jumping out of a building that's blowing up,
Okay.
which is like, post 9/11, people are
Just
kind of shady
just
on
read it.
that.
It says
And then it just so happens that the movie's date is
says
September 11th.
Oh man, you know what's
So just
funny?
imagine that fucking movie. I just imagine that movie where like the turtles are. You just see like people are in the fucking
Yeah.
South Tower, and you just see cowabummer. They fly down.
Yo, so it was funny. Like, someone was like, Twitter's ruthless, man. Someone was on Twitter, and they made a joke about September 11th, and people were like, "Come on, man, that's not right," and like, too soon. And someone was like, "Too soon? It's been fucking 2 decades. Get over it." Like, honestly, there's been
Yeah,
like
bro.
bigger travesties that happen to like the black community in the last month probably.
Oh my god, yeah. I keep thinking back, like 9/11 is one of those days that just like randomly pops up. Like you look down at your calendar
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, it's 9/11 today. Like that and Shark Week. For whatever reason, it feels like it's every other
literally
week.
just pops up.
But
No,
yeah.
but I mean, obviously September 11th was serious, but it's like, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's been 2 decades. We can't joke about it now.
Yeah, and we just now getting out of Afghanistan. We saw how great that turned out.
Christ. All right, here we go. Poster number 3. Now this poster
Ah,
is pretty obvious. Why? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. She's looking real nice. However, you can't be having your boobies out for the kids. You can't do it. They don't
yeah,
allow it.
that's the thing. Yeah, but like I remember Eva Green was talking about this on I think David Letterman years ago. It's silly that, you gotta cover up the breasts, but it's okay for her to hold a gun, a gun that kills people. But that's just American priorities, I guess. We gotta keep everything family
Yeah,
friendly,
yeah,
right?
literally. Yeah, well, it's American that she's holding a gun, but it's French that she's showing her boobs.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean that is stupid, honestly. Like, think about it. Everyone in their life will see a boob. I mean,
and
most
you,
people drink from their mother's breasts. By the time you get to, 5th grade, 6th grade.
the way you said that shit, I'm like, I hope they're still not
Oh
doing
yeah,
it. Fuck.
that was the bit. Um,
Nah, yeah,
but
almost everyone's gonna see a pair of breasts within their life,
yeah,
but you hope
and
that
it's
most people won't have to see a gun in their life.
literally, and it's just not that big of a deal. Like, I always think about whenever like people freak out about this kind of thing, it makes me think about that Eminem line where he goes, "They got the Discovery Channel, don't they?" And it's like so true. Like,
Facts.
people are gonna see boobs at some
For
point.
real,
Relax.
dude. Yeah, come on, dog.
All right, number 4, The Little Mermaid.
This one is like so small and like you barely notice
Hmm.
it, which I was funny when I saw it. But one of the towers like looks like a dick.
Oh, in the
One of the
background.
spires, it just looks like a
Yeah, it's like
penis.
right on top of
And I can't.
Ariel's head, right?
Yeah, I think it's that one. But like, there's a couple that might look like
Yeah.
that. But it's more like who the heck is sitting there just being like, there's a small obscure dick in the
Yeah,
background.
it's
We
like,
have to
oh, we
remove
got
this
this
poster.
phallic shaped object in the background. Can't show that to kids. Ridiculous. That one's stupid.
It's silly.
All right. Number
It's Disney. What do you expect?
number 5. Carly with a K says, "What a stretch." That is a stretch. I agree. All right.
This one has a really dope story behind it. So the original, the reason it was called Revenge of the reason it got taken away is the original movie was called Revenge of the Jedi,
Hmm.
and all of the promotional material had like started to go out. There's a lot of posters, and then George kind of doing what he always does and kind of writing the story
Who's
and
George? For
realizing,
those of us who
oh yeah,
don't know,
George Lucas, the director. I hope you
he
know.
created Star Wars. For
He
YouTubers
did.
out there who don't know.
For the Zoomers out there.
Yeah, go ahead.
But so basically like just part through that process, he decided to change the title because a Jedi, what had been established at that point, they're very like peaceful kind of
Yep.
dudes, wouldn't seek revenge. Revenge is like a,
Sith trait.
it is a dark side
Mm-hmm.
trait. So he changed it to Return of the Jedi, and the posters, they just gave them away for like $9, and they ended up being super expensive. But that's this same poster is the reason he called back to it when Episode 3 came out. He was like,
Revenge
now it's time
of
for Revenge
the
of the
Sith.
Sith.
These posters nowadays, if you have one of the originals, they're like thousands and thousands of dollars as well.
Yeah,
Um,
and you could have gotten it for $9 in
yeah,
the fucking
and
80s.
that's
That's so
true
cool.
of a lot of these posters actually. But all right, thanks, Matt. Number six. Number six is a movie called Shame, starring
God.
Steve McQueen, Carey Mulligan. Oh no, Steve McQueen is the director, and Carey Mulligan and Michael Fassbender are the stars of this one. Now, Matt, I can't seem to understand what's wrong with like this
God.
poster.
I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna say shit. Let's just say that's not toaster strudel icing. That's all I gotta say.
All right, number seven. Zach and me remake a porno. So Carly and I actually watched this, and it's not a porno, just so you guys know. We watched this during quarantine because we're like, hey, let's watch something silly or dumb. Like we literally would have. That's how bored we were in quarantine. We were like, let's
Yeah.
watch some of the worst rated movies of all time, and we watched this
Mm,
one, and it was so bad. And this one doesn't work because someone is performing oral sex or fellatio on each other. So they were like, "Yeah, you can't have this around with the kids. Come on, man." But
yeah. Seth Rogen looks so weird.
the funny thing is like I don't think kids would have actually even like recognized what was going on here. So
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have gotten that. And it's like, at that point, who are you protecting?
yeah, exactly. All right,
So
I lost
silly.
my count.
Tali says
One,
in the chat, it bugs me that shame is not centered, and I'm like,
you always say Talia. 1, 2.
Talia, sorry,
All right,
that's funny.
number 8. The Other Guys. What's wrong with this one?
So this one is actually kind of
Mm-hmm.
interesting, where it's less of a worldwide thing and more of a city thing. So at the time of this movie coming out, San Francisco had like a big ban on like firearms. So they're like, you can't show this. So they actually, we should have brought the other poster, but they photoshopped it and they had like pepper spray
Yeah.
cans that they're spraying out. And I'm like, what the hell? That makes it look like so lame. It's a lot less epic.
So this was about guns.
Yeah, it was the gun legislation, which is funny.
All right. That one, not as cool. All right. Next, number 9, Yogi Bear. So
Oh
this
shit,
one, the catchphrase of this band poster is "Great things come in bears," and it was thought to be like a double entendre. For those who don't know what a double entendre means, it means when one phrase or word has two meanings. And so the intent of this was to try to attract some of the original fans of the movie. It's like, oh my God, Yogi Bear. But great things come in bears, like come in bears.
yeah.
But it was supposed to be like a play on the words of come in pairs. And he's behind this little kid, so it's creepy.
It's boo boo. It's a boo boo.
Not good, not good.
Yeah,
All
I hate
right.
to see it.
Number 10, Couples Retreat. Now, this one is kind of weird and strange. So it says, what would be so offensive about this boring vacation poster? Who cares, right? Well, the controversy for
Yeah,
this
for
was in
real.
the UK for the British release because there was actually an African American or black couple in it that was taken out of the poster. And Universal just decided, you know what? I don't think there are black people in the UK. We're gonna get rid of this. And so they put these,
Holy fuck.
and so they put the white couple on the left there, and safe to say, people weren't happy.
What on earth? That's crazy.
Yeah,
No black people in
yeah,
Britain.
literally. It's like, all right, thanks.
That's so crazy. What the
All
hell?
right, number 11. Now I'm gonna give you guys a trigger warning. This one looks gross.
Mm.
Hostel Part 2. So this is Quentin Tarantino. Everyone knows Quentin Tarantino is a psychopath.
Wait,
And
Quentin Tarantino made the Hostel movie? I never knew that.
part two. And yeah, he's a creep, and he loves to make everything bloods and gores and blah, blah, blah. So this movie is about a facility that will pay people to torture people who are kidnapped. And the poster was almost banned, almost, until Lionsgate presented the butcher's receipt to prove it wasn't human meat. It was boar's meat. But I mean, if it was up to me, I think it should be banned just because it's sick. It's disgusting to look at.
Yeah, this is nasty, bro.
Let me get this off the screen.
I don't even know if it... Yeah, facts.
What were you going to say?
Nah, I was just gonna say, this is weird. I'm pretty sure, I think Hostel is like a French movie or something, and I think Quentin Tarantino might have had the distributing rights in America, because he did that, he did a lot of that with foreign films. So I was like, no one ever talks about Hostel being a Quentin Tarantino movie.
It's possible. I believe you. You know more than anyone I've ever met. All right.
That is true.
Number 12. Teeth.
Ah!
The movie's called Teeth. So, I mean, this is only weird if you really look at it. Let's all take a moment and just look at this one, right? Now, anyone who doesn't understand human anatomy or didn't have the pleasure to take human anatomy, the lower part of this is not it's not the shoulders. It's that's not a butterfly X-ray. That is someone's rectum at the bottom, and that is where the teeth are. The teeth are placed near the butthole of this individual. And why?
Yeah, it's more so just about why make the movie.
Yeah,
let alone the
yeah,
poster.
exactly. That's really what this boils down to is
the one thing I do appreciate about this poster is that right at the bottom of the hip bone, those two O shapes where the bone wraps around, they serve as eyes. Yes. So it kind of looks like an angry face.
That is cool. I do like that. And, you know, the thing with some of these posters they are well done, but it's just not a good idea.
Yeah, it's just like, ugh.
All right. Number 13. What a Girl Wants. Now, you look at this one and you go, Amanda Bynes, the 2000s sweetheart? What could be wrong with this? Matt, take it away. This message was brought to you by socialism. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, facts, dude. So apparently, like, her standing next to British people wearing an American flag and then holding up a peace sign was seen as, like, political for whatever fucking reason. I guess, like, it's like, oh, it's a political statement about peace and, you know, America being a warmongering state, I guess, like, took fucking offense to that.
Yeah.
And decided that, you know, you can't go around, like, wanting us to stop murdering the third world. So
yeah, this one
she had to put her arms down in the revised version.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Amanda goes over to England and realizes that America is actually a warmongering, psychopathic third world country. And, you know, we can't have this message go out there that the British are more peaceful than us. That won't stand.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, they're probably just more mad that she went over there and, like, got free healthcare.
Yeah, or free education.
Yeah, that's true.
Or, like, broaden her perspective on the world.
Facts.
Alrighty, number 14. Matt, I'll let you do this one. This is your guy.
Oh, fuck. So, at first, you, like, might not really notice, like, what's the problem with this. At first, I thought it was, like, a weird, like, sexual innuendo.
That's what I thought.
Like, he's crawling out of something.
I thought he was coming out of, like a vagina or something when I first saw it.
It's like coming out of a birthing canal or some crap.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
reality,
I was like, it was like, oh, spiders, they birth a lot, maybe. I don't know, there's something there, but...
But if you look closer at his eye, you can see the reflection of the Twin Towers.
It's literally in his eyes. I would not have ever seen that.
So fucking funny. Bro, I wish, dude. I know there's got to be a Photoshop out there somewhere, and not to get, like, you know, for those that are easily offended, close your ears.
Yeah, if
but
you're easily offended, this ain't the show for you, okay?
They got there's got to be a Photoshop version of, like, the actual explosion. Like, it is.
Oh my
like,
God.
I just imagine Spider-Man, like, yo, if they do that, it says never forget.
No. No, it's like Spider-Man's origin story. That's why he's like,
it
I'm
wasn't
too late.
Uncle Ben that died. Yeah, facts. He's like, I could have stopped it.
The Green Goblin comes out of nowhere and he's just like, this is your blood. These are your deaths.
It's too late,
It's
Spider-Man.
too late. Willem Dafoe is like comes out with like his lighthouse cup. He's like, "You're too late. You're too
Oh
late."
my god. Holy shit, wait, it's like in the it's in Spider-Man 1, he's like, fire me from the board, eh? Blows up the
Fucking Joey
buildings.
Diaz pops up and he's like, this was fucking tremendous until you showed up here, Spider-Man."
Fucking Christ.
Ridiculous. All right, guys. Thank you for sticking around. We got one last one. Number 15. Now, this one, you might think, oh my God, Blackface. What is this, Shane Dawson? Who, by the way, just released a video. But no, this is not about Blackface, actually. It's even dumber. So,
Oh my God.
Spike Lee's satires about racial stereotyping and throughout historical images and the minstrel shows and all that stuff throughout Hollywood and films. And it was none other than the whites who got upset and said, how dare, what's his name? Art Sims. Art Sims is the guy who designed the poster. They go, how dare Art Sims do blackface and not know the history of this with black people? This is unacceptable.
This was the white people that complained about it?
Yeah, until they realize that Art Sims, who is Spike Lee's long-term colleague, is himself black.
Holy fuck. Who would have thought?
So the whole movie's about blackface and like the minstrel show. It's really funny. It's actually really good. And if you haven't seen it, you should definitely take it as a history lesson and watch it. But yeah, this was something that got them all set. So they were trying to pull it. They were like, we can't use this. This is offensive. This has history. And Spike Lee's like, yeah, my history.
Yes, that's why we're doing it.
So that is
it
it goes into this ridiculous Karen world thing that we live in. We were talking earlier about Latin and Latinx and stuff and what's acceptable to say. And it's like sometimes you just got to shut up and listen.
Yeah, for real. Hey, you know what they say? White guilt is a hell of a drug.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. All right, but those are the 15 banned posters. If you have some banned posters, banned movies, books, whatever, that you think would be interesting, let us know. Comment below and make sure you subscribe. And if you like this, maybe we could do this again where we do banned books, banned TV shows, etc.
And if you plan on making a banned poster, make sure you got it straightened out first.
You heard it, folks.